care and support, and for him to experience what it's like for these people and how much, Turkey has been giving to the refugees and how many people they've welcomed in, and how Erdogan has a very big heart, and his country stands by him, and I think we all need to unite like that.
And when you were kind of out there visiting these people, were there any stories that kind of stuck with you particularly, or kind of, just people's, experiences that really kind of stayed with you?
I mean, all of them. There was a mother who lost all of her children and her husband in Aleppo, and that was just the fact that she still has the heart and the courage to keep going after that. I mean, I couldn't imagine. And the family that I work with, the Hussein family in Sultanbeyli in Turkey, I visit them all the time, and their mother is now back with them, which is a great thing, because the mother was gone for a while and after the husband lost his legs, and now they're all together again. So it's giving people hope. This young Bana, who's amazing, she's a child with a really strong voice, and it's moments like that. I said I can't speak on anything that I haven't actually experienced, so I have to go and be on the ground and see it. And I didn't want to do it for attention until I said, now we can bring attention to it, because now I know what people are going through and what Turkey's doing. So it's a process, and one person's voice will, brings others involved, and it does change. And
obviously you've been in the spotlight for many years now, kind of since you were a young girl. Mm-hmm. Have your views on kind of using that, that kind of public spotlight and that fame changed in the past few years? Are you kind of now looking more to do projects like this rather than focusing on acting or, things like that?
No, look, I love acting. It's my forte, but right now, there's so much going on in the world that, the next film I want to do touches lightly on this, and I'll be starting that after the summer. But I want to take control into my hands. I started my own company. I want to, I've been really welcomed in the UAE in a very, very nice way, so I want to have my own lipstick line and that kind of thing, the business side of things. And in the process of that, I want to start documenting all the work that I do with refugees. Maybe talk to Netflix or iFlix and discuss how we can, so really create my own kind of film of my experiences over the past few years and what's gone on. And it's really empowering doing this work. It's really fulfilling. And not selfishly, but the world's so big, and when you see a problem, it's nice to go and be someone that can help fix it. So that's where my heart is right now.
And do you have anything that you would say to kind of the people who, perhaps suggest that you aren't doing this for the right reasons, or that you're kind of, just using it as another opportunity to be in the spotlight? I mean, kind of, what would you say to those people?
I don't think throwing yourself into Jarablus and Aleppo and, staying. I go and see these families, and it's not in the press.
Right.
So it's not a thing that I do for attention. It's the only attention that needs to be used for it is that people are aware of how bad it is.
Right.
And how, when you have a voice, we can use it in the right way to create awareness. I think it's my heart that's in it.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you have a lot going on, like with, as you said, the development of your business. In terms of returning to the big screen, I think a lot of your fans would love to see that happen in the near future. Would you go back to kind of where it all began? Like, would you do a Disney movie again, for example?
My dream would be to play the Little Mermaid, Ariel. It's always been since I was a little girl.
I mean, to be fair, the red hair, like, you kind of are nailing it already. Can you swim? Are you a good swimmer?
Yeah, I love swimming. I'm the happiest when I'm at the ocean, always. Okay. I love being at sea, so.
Okay, so actually it's like the ideal role for you all to, like.
I know.
Who would your ideal prince be in that situation? Do you have one?
I don't know. I'd have to ask. Maybe we could do a poll of who people think would be best.
Facebook Live viewers, who do you think should play the prince alongside Lindsay in the live action version of The Little Mermaid? Tell us now. Go. And, what about, for example, you were talking about kind of taking projects into your own hands and doing things like that. Are you kind of interested in script writing and producing and projects on that side of things?
Yes, I mean, I've been writing my book, and I love writing screenplays as well. It's a hobby of mine, so that's definitely something that in the future will happen.
But you're like right now, you're like, I've got a lot going on.
No, yeah, I have to like go to Disney's offices and studio and say I'm not leaving until I'm Ariel.
Right, go in and be like, I've even got this script for you, I'm ready. I'm like, here I am, I've got my tail.
Like a Mean Girls 2 would be great as well. I mean, that's something that I've always been interested in doing. I think it's timing, so now in New York, maybe I can speak to Lorne Michaels and see if that's a possibility. Just because it is such a cult following and it's such a great, fun movie that it'll be wonderful to do something else.
I mean, speaking myself as like an OG Mean Girls fan, I won't deny it. I know all the words and all of that kind of stuff. But I think everyone from our generation, you know, we love it. It's a part of my years growing up. And
it would be really interesting, to see if people would like, if it should be called Mean Girls 2 or like Mean Moms or like what you would do with it.
Moms. So you would, like, Katie would have a child? Is that something you would consider?
All of us should have kids. It should be like Housewives of...
Oh my God, can you imagine? Like a baby Regina George? That would be...
It'd be funny, right? God, and all my kids are from Africa.
Yeah, obviously. If you're from Africa...
Jimmy Fallon's my husband and we adopted them or something funny.
Great. Well, yeah, so obviously you had Tina Fey as part of the first one. She was great. She was amazing. I can only imagine what a brilliant person she was to work on.
He was a great director, too, and he's a great person to work with, and I love him. So I've done two. I did Freaky Friday with him as well, and I just love his ideas and his presence and enthusiasm.
And would you reunite with these people, or would you want a whole new cast?
No, I think you need to keep the same cast, but add other actors to it.
And who would be your kind of dream additional cast members?
Tina Fey.
Right.
I'm like, Tina, this is what you have to do.
Like,
this is what's going to happen.
Like, Tina, I'll be in your offices for a meeting next week. So yeah, I mean, who else would you add to the cast in this situation? If you could name your like dream 3 people to bring alongside the amazing cast you already have.
Well, Tina has such good people that she works with. I think maybe like Chris Lilly, like Jimmy Fallon if he has time to do it, because I know he's really busy.
I feel like you all are. You know, like even all the projects you just listed, I'm like, I can't even fit in my normal 9-to-5 job, let alone like writing scripts, lipstick lines.
And then maybe we should bring in like someone like Drake or something, because he hasn't acted since he was a kid.
So great.
And then he could do songs on the soundtrack.
Oh my God, yes, that's it, nailing it, 2 for 1. By the way, if anyone out there has any questions that they want to ask for Lindsay, make sure that you chime in, let us know. We have, oh, okay, all right, go for it.
Lindsay, I want to know, have you converted to Islam?
Have you converted to Islam? That's a big question.
I've studied the Quran for quite some time, but it's a process to convert to anything, and it's just I respect all religions. So it's a beautiful religion, and I'm a very spiritual person, and it's something I've been studying.
Okay. So more of just kind of educating yourself and
just
understanding.
Convert overnight to a religion. I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a religion that has a lot of history, and the Quran is an incredibly complex text. So I can imagine that in itself takes a lot of time.
Understanding is a process. It's just like if you're reading the Bible, it's still an understanding and stuff.
And I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who haven't even read one single page of the Bible. So, any other questions?
When was the last time you saw all of the cast from Mean Girls?
Oh, all of them? A long time ago. I see Daniel Fantesi a lot because we're very close. But he's really the only one, and Raj. I haven't really seen anyone else from the cast.
Okay. I guess, to be honest, it seems like everyone, I mean, so many people are doing so many things. Like, Rachel McAdams is killing it, and right?
She's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah. So I can imagine it must be difficult to bring everyone together.
I saw Lizzie Kaplan like a few years ago in LA.
Well, obviously, she's doing Masters of Sex now, too. So I mean, I feel like that was the first movie for a lot of those people to really like launch them into the spotlight.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're all killing it.
Good another one. Lindsay, when are you going to release your third album?
Okay, now we're on to singing. Just another thing you have
my
to deal with.
sister just finished her EP, so she's going to be singing.
Oh my God, okay.
And she's actually in Los Angeles now doing her first video shoot so that they can kind of get everything together, and she's label hunting.
And what kind of music does she do?
Her voice is like, she has a very strong voice, like Adele-ish voice, but it's more kind of like, we described it, Scott, as like pop country-ish.
Okay. So a bit of everything, a bit eclectic.
Yeah. I can't wait because I heard her songs and they're really amazing.
Okay. And in terms of kind of, obviously, you know, your sister is her own person, but I'm assuming she's turned to you for guidance just in terms of her career and things like that?
Yeah, she just asked me if I need to find her a white dress for her video in LA. So
okay, so no pressure. You're now a stylist also. Like, your resume is getting longer and longer by the second, I'm not going to lie. Another question?
Lindsay, go back and change anything you have done or do it differently?
Oh, that's a good question, whoever asked that one.
I don't think, I always say live without regrets, and that's, there are certain situations that I would have not put myself in, I think I would say. But everything that I've experienced in life made me who I am today, and has, you have to experience different things. I wouldn't necessarily say I would have liked the public to see everything, because then it tainted my work. It overshadowed me as an actress. But you live and you learn, and yeah, of course, I give people that I care for advice all the time, and I think it's just people, places, and things. Always surround yourself with the right ones, and always look here first, and family.
And is that kind of, obviously you know, I know, for example, there was this big hoo-ha because, you deleted your Instagram and all of that kind of stuff, but do you feel like this year is kind of providing you with an opportunity to kind of go in new directions and kind of take more control over what it is that you do and what the public sees, for example?
Yeah, look, it's me and my partner, who's also my manager that works with me, and who is not my boyfriend.
Yeah, there's no romance.
Because even my friends ask me that question.
Oh, do they really? Just because you guys spend so much time together? And
yeah. We're like brother and sister. But I was just going off on a tangent.
So
where was
this year, you're kind of doing new things?
Yes, so the whole erase of my social media was just to, Instagram and all these things, it gets very distracting from what your purpose is.
Right.
And it was scary for me to do it. I was freaking out. I said, Scott, can you make sure you save everything? Because this is part of your life,
right. It's like your history.
They're moments.
Yeah.
But it was this discussion we had. I was like, let's just clean the slate. Let's just start fresh. It's a new year.
That's a brave thing to do.
And I only want people to see what I really want them to know about me and what I'm doing.
Okay.
And sometimes I think less is more.
Absolutely. And there are times when I just go to Instagram as like an instinctual thing, and I'm like, I should post something. But I'm like,
no,
people don't. Yeah, okay. Advice from Lindsay herself. If that's how you're feeling, put the phone down.
Well, we live in such a world and society and culture of everyone wants to show every aspect of their life, but are they really showing what's really happening?
Right.
So we're just getting all of this, it's all this content, but I don't really know the story behind how the person's feeling or where their heart is. It's just an overflow of images and stuff.
Right.
And I think it's important to know who you are, and sometimes you find that when you're not showing it to everyone. So in the right ways.
Okay.
I don't want to overshadow the work that I do in the future, film, personal, by going crazy on my social media.
And do we have any other? Oh, we do. More questions.
Do you ever watch yourself in your movies?
Ooh, okay, good question.
Scott's smiling in the corner. Yeah, if it comes on, sometimes it's funny because I was in Dubai, and it was Christmas Eve, and I heard my voice in the background, and I was actually texting with Jamie Lee Curtis, and Freaky Friday was on. And I was like, oh my God, Freaky Friday's on it. She goes, what language is that? I was like, it's Arabic, because I sent her a picture. She was, can I post it? I was like, really? Well, you don't have to ask me. I was like, yes, of course.
Do what you gotta do.
But it was really funny, and I just left it on just because it was like a memory of when I was with her, and it was just ironic because it came on, and then she randomly wrote me, and so it just, if it's on, I'll leave it on sometimes. Sometimes I'll walk out of the room. But. Okay.
And I mean, those must be like happy memories, though. Like Freaky Friday was an awesome movie. It was another opportunity. I mean, I remember I had the soundtrack, and you kind of sang. You got up and showcased other talents. That must be an amazing thing to look back on.
Yeah, it was a really wonderful experience. I had a lot of fun doing that.
And yeah, we've got more questions.
What is your favorite movie that you filmed?
Okay.
I really loved doing Mean Girls, but I really loved Georgia Rule, working with Jane Fonda and Felicity Huffman and Gary Marshall. It was and Prairie Home Companion was really fun to do because everyone was on set at all times.
Okay. So you bond.
So we were like a family.
Right.
I've loved every movie I've done. I don't know if I can pick a favorite. I feel lucky to have done them. But Prairie Home Companion was special because that cast was just incredible, and everyone was really lovely and made me feel really comfortable when I was a bit nervous. Okay. Because these Oscar winners everywhere you look.
I can imagine that must have been a little bit nerve-wracking. Like that, no matter how many movies you've done, when you get in front of someone who's won several Oscars, you have to be like, okay, now I'm a little bit.
Or tell me what to do.
Right, guide me. And we've got more questions.
And I'm being told that you need to repeat my question.
I'm sorry, you can't hear. I got it. Sean's being too quiet.
Okay, so the next question is, Lindsay, are you proud of the woman you've now become?
Lindsay, are you proud of the woman you've now become? That's an intense but great question. Oh, okay,
Really?
good. There we go.
That's a really lovely question. Yes, I am. I'm in a really happy place in my life, and I feel very strong and empowered, and I have so many ideas all the time, and I'm actually putting them into the universe, and they're actually coming to fruition, which pat myself on the back, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited for, to do a lot of great things.
And it sounds to me like there's been a lot of stuff like brewing maybe, and that now you've kind of decided like, okay, now's the time, and it's time to make things happen instead of just talking about it.
I said it like on my 30th birthday. I was like, okay, it starts now.
Okay.
And I just was like, I'm doing a full change, and I'm ready for it.
And it feels good?
Yeah, because it's great when you start doing your own things, and things that you wanted to do, you're actually doing. You can't second guess yourself all the time, or just put it in someone else's hands. So I'm looking forward to everything.
Any more questions from the audience out on Facebook Live?
Where do you live most of the time now?
Okay, so for anyone who didn't hear that, someone asked where Lindsay lives, because obviously you're doing an immense amount of traveling, which must be incredible.
I love traveling. I love experiencing new places and meeting different people. I'm between London and Dubai.
Okay.
Pretty much.
And what is it about those two places that makes you kind of feel most comfortable, most at home?
No paparazzi.
I can imagine that is, a major key. Well, even in London, I've been papped in London. Exactly.
No, I move so quickly that,
Okay.
And also I have my club in Athens, so I go back and forth to there. But I don't even know. Really, most of my things are in those two places and in New York.
Okay.
So between the three.
And your family is in New York too, right?
Yeah,
so
of
this
course.
must be like a home away from home at least.
Yeah, my brother's coming into the city today, so I'm excited to see him.
Amazing.
And my mom's coming.
Nice. That's cool. And I mean, your family must miss you while you're away traveling, right? Like.
Yeah, because I wasn't here for so long. So when I got home, my grandmother says, "Thank goodness you picked up the phone, because if I saw you, I would have had a heart attack." She's 93. I was like, "Oh my gosh." No.
You're like, okay, always warn grandma when I'm coming home.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions?
Loads of questions.
Okay.
Lots of people want to know about your music career.
Okay, so
Anything you can say about it.
we're back to music. I mean, look, you have loads on your plate. Is singing one of those things that you want to prioritize, or is it just not in your kind of realm right at this moment?
If I play The Little Mermaid, I'll be singing.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
But that's my sister's thing right now, and I really want to support her in that, so I'm putting that in her hands.
Okay. That's good. That's a great answer. I like that. Look at that slide. You're like, yep, nailing it. No,
You
but
better
that's
do it, Allie.
right. Exactly. Like, no pressure, Ali. But Lindsay just put all of that on you. So there needs to be a Lohan album sometime soon to keep the fans happy. Another question.
Lots of questions about your Liloan accent.
Okay, so we're on the accent. The Liloan, is that what we're calling it?
Liloan.
All right, kids, you guys are... All right, so the accent. There was obviously that video. You spend a lot of time in one place. I'm assuming you do pick up an accent. I keep going American and being called Australian, so...
Because I was learning Arabic and Russian. I studied French for 9 years, and I lived in Paris.
Casual.
So when I'm around different people, and then also I was picking up on some Turkish and then Greek. So when I'm in different places, I tend to change and talk very quickly, or I'll be like marhaba. So things come out. So I flip into depending on who I'm with.
Okay.
And Scott can attest to this. It's like when I was in Italy, I responded in French, and I was like, okay, this is embarrassing because I'm actually Italian.
Okay.
So you acquire different dialects, and so I thought, Scott and I thought it was funny that people were saying this, so we made sweatshirt and T-shirts.
Nice. I mean, to be fair, why not capitalize? If the public is talking about it, then get on in there.
Very convenient.
I mean, I think it's great. And the fact that you're able to talk about it, like kind of poke fun at yourself a little bit, I think that's great. And
I feel really lucky to be able to, be around so many different people and different cultures and pick up on everyone's languages. I think everyone has, their own beautiful language. So it kind of just stuck with me.
right. And for
Different
anyone out there who's going to make fun of the accent, listen to how many dialects she's picking up, because my GCSE French qualification ain't got nothing on everything that she just said. So
Well, my friend said something interesting. They're like, but you don't sound any different to me. You always sound like this. You always are mixing what you're saying because it depends on where you are, or you're with.
And,
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. And more questions?
We've had a few questions about, are you still in touch with Oprah?
Are you still in touch with Oprah? I mean, she's Oprah. Who wouldn't be?
Yes, actually, the other day, Scott, he's like, Oprah wrote you this morning. And I was like, oh, cool. And he's like, yeah, cool.
Right, you're like,
you should
oh.
probably write back to her.
Yeah, I mean, it's Oprah warrants a response. Of all the people to like pop up in your inbox, I feel like Oprah's one that demands a reply.
She's been a very big guiding light to me. And, you know, really had me start to understand transcendental meditation and find my true spirituality. And I really admire her for that. And so as a friend, not just as Oprah for her show, she really became a good friend to me.
So she offered you away from kind of what the camera saw and things like that. She kind of became like a personal mentor and not just in terms of the business and the spotlight. Yeah,
very much so. And I still ask her, you know, advice on certain things whenever I need it.
She's a great person to go to advice for. I think she's amazing. More questions?
So you've had probably about 200 marriage requests in this.
So that's 200 marriage requests from our loyal fans.
Are you available or dating?
All right, here we go. Well, I mean, other than Scott, your boyfriend/brother.
That's going to come out
For
weird.
anyone who's just tuned in, that's not as creepy as it
Don't
sounds.
tag that. No, I'm single.
Okay.
I'm dating myself.
Nice, I like that. Okay, 2017, the year of... There we go. Wow. Yeah, I mean, for Valentine's Day, do you have any Galentine's Day, I think, is a thing here? Are you
What's that?
So Galentine's Day is something that, like, you celebrate with your gal pals. So
Oh, okay.
You can do it whether you're single, whether you're taken, but you basically get together with your friends and just hang out, probably eat pizza, or at least that's what I do when I hang out with my friends. So, I mean, yeah, do you have
I don't have a Valentine.
Okay. Who knows? If you want to hang out and eat pizza, I'm free for Valentine's.
Yeah,
It sounds like a lot of people on Facebook Live are ready to hang out with you for Valentine's Day too. Do we have any other questions?
Loads of questions.
Okay. Okay, right. Well, we're going to wrap it up soon, people, so get them in.
How are your mum and dad?
Okay. How... You said that your mom is in town.
Yeah, she's coming into the city. My brother's fiance works at Nicole Miller, so my mom's going to the show to support her. And my dad, I spoke to recently, he's in Florida. He's trying to get up to New York to say hi.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
So, all good.
And are you doing anything for Fashion Week? I kind of, while we were in this conversation, forgot that it's out there going on.
I know. I know. People, my friends, they're like, come to Jeremy Scott's party, come to this. I'm like, yeah, no.
You're like, oh, no, maybe I'll see you. The snow, it's cold. Yeah. All right, next question.
Would you ever consider being an action hero?
An action hero? Okay. Yeah,
I'd love to do an action film. That would be really fun.
And would you do your own stunts?
I would, yeah. I saw they're doing the Girls of Gotham City. I would love to do something like that. That would be really fun.
I mean, have you ever, like, wanted to do a film where you have to learn a skill? For example, like, to play an Olympic gymnast or, like, an ice skater or something like that?
Yeah, I would love that. I would love that.
Cool. Well, there you go. Maybe, like, a butt-kicking Ariel.
I'd love to do some, like, Cirque du Soleil if I was Ariel.
Oh, yeah. And I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of, like, underwater action for that, at least. So, yeah that would be fun. That'd be cool. Okay, next question.
Can you see yourself converting to Islam in the future?
Okay, we're back on the Islam question. Can you see yourself converting? So obviously you said it doesn't happen overnight.
No, anything's possible. I think, you know, this is more of a personal journey.
Okay, but never say never.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, any more questions?
Quite a few follow-ups on that. What appeals to you about the religion? What is the thing?
Okay, so what appeals to you about Islam?
Well, I've said this a lot of times, and as I said, a lot of different religions and spiritualities appeal to me, but I found a very peaceful feeling with how culture it is when in Turkey the sound stops and prayer hour goes on, and how people really, everyone comes together in that and pays respect to the fact that they're alive. And I really admired that. So there's a solace in it that I found.
And especially in New York City, I think we can all do with some solace every now and then.
Yeah, I'm scared to come here with everything going on because of my personal beliefs.
But have you been enjoying it? Is it nice to kind of be back in your hometown?
Yeah, it's great. I love New York. I mean, it's a city that never sleeps.
And you've kind of had the best of both worlds. We had snow yesterday, bright sunshine today. It's kind of, yeah,
it was very trippy, though, when it was really warm the other day, and then I woke up and it was just I was snowed in at my friend's.
Right, for those of you who say global warming doesn't exist, I think.
That was so scary, though.
Right? Terrifying. One day you're wearing a t-shirt, the next day you're wearing, like, the full-on parka.
Exactly.
Horrible. Okay, last couple of questions.
Is there a television show that's currently on that you would like to guest star on or broadcast?
A TV show currently running that you might want to guest star on.
Ooh, I always love American Horror Story, Homeland. I love the OA.
Oh, yeah, that's great. The Netflix
Britt
show
Marling's
is so great.
incredible. That whole cast is amazing, and the show is just, I love it.
What about SNL? Would you do SNL?
Yeah, I'd love to do SNL. I always love doing SNL. It's really fun.
And any plans to do TV or anything while you're in town, or are you just a bit manic and busy?
No, I'm not. It's not manic or anything. It's actually been pretty calm, just really exciting things. But I don't know. We'll see.
All right, get in touch.
I was trying to Fallon, but they're like have a lot of people coming on. I think I just have to do a walk on, just show up.
Dude, just show up and be like, I'm here. Here I come. All right, last question.
Is there anyone that you'd like to meet to talk the plight of refugees to?
Oh.
Hang on, I'm just going to repeat it so people can hear. Is there anyone that Lindsay would like to meet to discuss the plight of refugees with?
Angelina Jolie, I think, would be a great person to bring over there again to kind of get her more involved. Really, anybody that wants to, any actor or musician that wants to have a voice. And, you know, I talked to Becky Anderson about coming. Donald Trump.
Yeah. We know you're
Putin.
watching Donald. Come on. Oh, you would Putin as well? Okay.
Yeah. I think the more strong figures we have, Brad Pitt maybe, if he wants to do it. I mean,
maybe not him and Angelina together.
maybe someone like Rachel McAdams wants to come or something like that. I just think the more the merrier in this situation, because there's a lot of kids that they see you and they just look, they have hope, and that's incredible.
Okay. Oh, one more question. One more question.
Any advice you have for young girls and aspiring actresses?
Any advice for young girls and aspiring actresses? That's a good question. No pressure.
I think there's something like that you really need to know, because my sister kind of went through this with her singing. Just never give up and never doubt yourself. Just stay knowing who you are, and always just keep good people around you. Like, I think it's so important, and take your own time. Know what your purpose is and what your intention is that you want to give in your work. And listen to your mother when she says come home, because I didn't.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. All right. Everyone, listen. If Dina tells you to come home, you come home. That's the moral of this story. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I think, you know, it sounds like you have an amazing amount going on, and you're doing some incredible things, and we're going to watch with huge interest to see how you get on. And if anyone else has any questions or any follow-ups, you can comment on the video. It'll still be here after we've ended the live stream. And make sure you follow dailymail.com for more live videos, and another kind of follow-up story to this will be up on the site soon, so make sure you check back in. But from myself and from Lindsay, thank you very much, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.